Alright, so today we will be making sausage breakfast sandwiches. I was in a rush to make these. They do take about 30 minutes in total to make. Everything you need for this dish will be in the description below. So today we are using sage country sausage, is basically ground pork. For the seasoning, we're going to use Italian seasoning, garlic powder, parsley flakes, salt of your choice, ground black pepper, and some granulated onion. You could use just regular onion powder, or if you want to chop up an onion. Okay, so out of that too, we made 6 balls and smashed them into patties onto parchment paper. And I lightly coated both sides of the patties with all the seasoning. Sorry, I don't use measurements. I go by color, and if I see a nice thin layer, because we are doing both sides, you don't want it to be super strong. You don't want to overpower the flavor with all that sodium, but you do want to have a nice layer on both sides with all the flavors. Okay, I got my favorite avocado spray oil. You want to coat the pan lightly and lay them out. About every 2 minutes, flip them. You want them to brown. Give them a nice color without burning them, so flip regularly. It'll probably take about 10 minutes total, a little less than that, to cook them all up. In the meantime, we are going to preheat our air fryer. To mine's, I did it at 400 degrees. You could use your oven or your toaster also. And the reason for this, what I did was grab me some frozen hash browns and sprayed them with that avocado spray. Now back to our patties. Since it's pork, you want to make sure the internal temperature is at least 160 degrees. So as you can see from our food prod, we are in the clear, so we can load them in our container with paper towels at the bottom for that extra grease. Now let's get the eggs going. Since I am making 6 sandwiches, I got 8 eggs, so these are more filling. Crack them all in a bowl, lightly with salt, black pepper, and garlic powder, and spread it evenly so it don't clump up. Give it a nice whisk. Now we're going to clean our pan. Don't use the grease as it has burned bits. Instead, I'm using unsalted butter, or if not, just use new clean oil, but I wanted a rich flavor. I used about a tablespoon. Melt that on the pan and pour out those eggs. I'm going for an omelet consistency with these eggs. Now briefly check on the hash browns. You want to flip them. Alright, for the eggs, drag the uncooked portion towards the center so the edges cook, then flip it almost in one piece. For the buns, I opted for brioche buns, but regular burger buns work fine for these. Are nice, soft, and big. On each side, I add a nice layer of sriracha mayo. Don't worry, this is not spicy, it's just flavor, trust. I got some mozzarella that I shredded from the brick. So let's assemble. I put the patty down, eggs on top. Okay, good amount of cheese. Then we seal it up. Alright, so our hash is almost done with almost 4 minutes left on the timer. So let's load in our sandwiches, and on the bottom shelf I put the hash browns back in. After 4 minutes, it still wasn't melted all the way, so I added about 2 more minutes, and they came out great. I like to add the hash brown inside the sandwich and eat it all together. Let me know how it turned out, and if you need directions by list or ingredients, it's in the description. Goodbye for now.